All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. First time ever, your boy Deluxe Man is on YouTube broadcasting his Raw review live, and this is gonna be a review on the Monday Night Raw edition of November the 3rd of 2014, following what was a very controversial video that I dropped last night. If you have not watched it, please go back and watch it. I do a lot of explaining for the title, why I feel that way, and I'm not going to spoil a lot. I want you guys to go watch it. It's a video that I'm very, very proud of. You want to hear me talk about tonight's Raw. So, yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Overall thoughts on it, though, I have to say, tonight's Raw was very lackluster overall. It had a very strong finish, which I will get into, but other than the strong finish, not much happened on tonight's show. And that's a problem I feel is going to haunt the WWE in the upcoming future if they don't change it. WWE did this announcement before the show. I think it was like hours before Raw, maybe even an hour before Raw, that Rusev was going to fight the United States champion Sheamus, not on Raw, but on the WWE network after Raw. Jesus flippin' mother of Christ. Is this company desperate for new viewers on the network? Is this company desperate for new subscriptions that much that they are giving Raw matches on the network now? Good God, WWE. Seriously, maybe I should give them credit for trying something different, but this is not a way to really get fans to care about the network. This whole for free, hashtag free network for the entire month of November spiel, I don't think is a good idea. Because what it's telling the people who has the network that, you know what, maybe I should unsubscribe so I don't have to pay for it for an entire month. I'm not for it. I quite frankly didn't care that Rusev and Sheamus fought on the network. And I'm not sure what good it did. Maybe you guys can tell me down below in the comment section. Now, tonight on Raw, John Cena was not there. Why? I'm not too sure. Maybe you guys can tell me, but I heard the WWE gave off refunds for people who wanted to see John Cena. I swear to God, man, if that was anybody else on the roster, no refunds would have been given. Seriously. I don't know, man. I mean, back in the day, Austin was not there. The fans didn't cry or ask for refunds. If The Rock wasn't there, the fans didn't cry or ask for refunds. It's only now, during this era, that WWE has to offer refunds for a John Cena not being there. I don't get it. I am so sick of the special treatment for John Cena. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say it's special treatment for him, because they did it for Daniel Bryan too. But see, for Daniel Bryan's case, the ending to the pay-per-view pissed off a lot of fans. So I would understand fans asking for refunds, because Daniel Bryan beat Randy Orton at Night of Champions last year, and then they reversed the decision the very next night on Raw, and it pissed fans off. That's different. This is just, he's not there, so here's your money back. What the hell? Come on now. We got two weird promos from Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. There are these eyes that appear randomly, and we hear Luke Harper's voice over them, and that promo was kind of weird. And then we see Renee Young backstage, and Eric Rowan appears out of nowhere. I don't know what's happening here. Is this going to tie into Ambrose and Wyatt? Who knows, but it kind of left me scratching my head. Let me know how you feel about that down below. Champions in WWE. If you guys haven't noticed, champions as of lately have been losing a lot. Too much. Last week, I think AJ Lee lost her match. Ziggler lost his match. And I think the tag team champions lost their match. This week, the tag team champions lost their match. I think Ziggler lost his. I'm not too sure what happened there. But, and of course, we got a new United States champion. So, the booking of champions in WWE nowadays is just downright bad. These guys are supposed to be the top wrestlers in your company, and yet here they are losing. Come on, man. Book these guys stronger. Championships are supposed to signify that these guys are the best in the company, but they're losing left and right. I don't get that. What's the point of being a champion if you can't even live up to the prestige of the title? Man, Brock Lesnar must be happy. He must be living the life because he gets to sleep at home with the World Championship, getting a long break until, I'm going to assume, January, Royal Rumble, until 2015, and get paid more money to sit his ass at home than these guys do to come to Raw and lose their matches as champions. Does anybody see anything wrong with that? Listen, it's not Brock Lesnar's fault. I don't blame Brock Lesnar. I blame the WWE for booking their champions weekly. That is another flaw that I did not talk about in my previous video, but here you go. Come on, man. The value of being a champion in WWE nowadays is almost laughable. But those are my little issues about the show. Let's go ahead and get into it. We open up the show with the return of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Why is he back? To talk about the network. Of course, because it's free network for those who don't have the network, because we need you to subscribe because we're desperate. Woo! He talks about Team Cena versus Team Authority and how a new stipulation has been added. If the Authority loses, then Stephanie McMahon and Triple H will no longer have power over the WWE. And I have to thank JBL for saying this, because if they don't have power, who will? Vince? Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince McMahon, and Triple H, the son-in-law of Vince McMahon, will no longer be in power if they lose this match. So that means only he will be in charge, right? Are we going to go back to being general managers? No, please, no more general managers. No more of that. Also, what does Cena lose? If John Cena loses his match, what's going to happen to him? Is he just going to lose and move on with life? Hell, I think, personally, if John Cena loses, he should give up his title shot against Brock Lesnar. Put that on the line. Make it a little bit more interesting. That would actually get me invested into the match. But if he's not going to lose anything from this match, what's the point? Seriously, what's the point? I do think if Cena loses, if John Cena's team loses, he no longer gets the title shot. Something along those lines. But, yeah, it was a short segment, and I guess it did its job somewhat. Then we got the first match of the night, which was Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. No, that's not right. It's Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. I would usually edit that out if I was recording this, but I had to go with it. My bad. It's Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. Glad I didn't watch it on SmackDown. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to see this match. I think these guys had a match last SmackDown. They didn't have a match last Raw. But we had a little intro vignette of Bray Wyatt's little intro thing play before commercial break, and I'm thinking, what was that all about? Apparently, they were supposed to show Bray Wyatt come out, but Cesaro was busted open, so they had to cut to a commercial break really quickly. But it was kind of weird. I'm thinking, wait, so that was to set up a commercial break? But whatever. When we come back, we see Bray Wyatt on the stage, and then we see the rest of the match. It was a good match. Dean Ambrose wins with the whole double arm DDT that Mick Foley has. I'm guessing we're calling that Dirty Deeds from now on. I think he got rid of the spiked reverse DDT, something like that. It is what it is. But after the match, and here's my issue with this. Bray Wyatt taunts Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose goes to attack or chase after Bray Wyatt. Lights go off. Lights come on. Bray Wyatt's gone. It's just a chair racking back and forth. That's supposed to be mind games. Seriously? That's the best you can do? That's the best you can do, WWE. You can have a hologram projection of Bray Wyatt's sister Abigail happen in the middle of the ring over a smoking lantern at Hell in a Cell, but you can't do anything special on Raw but have the lights go off and it come on and then he's gone. How is that creepy? How is that playing mind games? Come on, man. Put some effort into this stuff. I almost feel like they're not even trying with Ambrose and Bray Wyatt, and there is so much more they could be doing with this. It's the second week. The second week, and nothing has happened. I get the whole idea of not letting them touch, but you still got to put some effort into this, man. This is nothing. You're not even trying to get people invested into this. And it's two of your hottest young acts on the roster, and good God, man. Have him play mind games with them. Have Bray Wyatt, I don't know, show videos of Dean Ambrose as a kid and talk about his tortured childhood and why he's insane and why he's crazy right now, and have him related to his childhood and stuff like that. Talk about Dean Ambrose's misfortunes and stuff like that. Really have Bray Wyatt mess with Dean Ambrose's head and make him go even more crazy to get us salivating for their match at Survivor Series. Right now, it just feels like, here's Bray Wyatt, there's Dean Ambrose. Here's Dean Ambrose, there's Bray Wyatt. Put some effort into it. That's all I'm saying, man. We got the Usos versus the Miz and Mizdow. The match itself doesn't really matter. I think it was actually one of the Usos versus Miz. See, I don't even remember the match itself. It was Jey Uso, or was it Jimmy? I don't care. One of the Usos versus Miz. The match was all about Mizdow on the outside mimicking Miz. That is one of the best things about Raw nowadays. He is comedy gold. The Usos tried to do it, but it came off lame. And during the match, Mizdow got super kicked by one of the Usos, and the crowd booed the Usos. That's how over Mizdow, Damien Sandow is right now. It's pretty freaking crazy. Anyways, Miz wins the match. So apparently, I think Miz and Mizdow are now in line, or gonna be in line, to fight for the tag team championships, in my personal opinion. Then we got Sheamus versus Tyson Kidd. I'll say it like this. I'm happy that Tyson Kidd was on TV, and I'm even more happy that he beat Sheamus by count out, but he still beat Sheamus. That makes me happy. What I don't like about this match is it feels like Tyson Kidd, like Cesaro, is being used as enhancement talent. Both Tyson Kidd and Cesaro deserve much more stronger booking, character developments on the main shows. These two are two of your best wrestlers on the roster, but you're using them as enhancement talents. I don't get that. Use them better, please. I'm not saying give them 10 championships or 10,000 title shots. I'm just saying make them look good. Make them feel important. Make them strong. Okay? That's all I'm asking. So we get through all of that, and then we get to one of the best parts of the show. we have the Authority confronting Dolph Ziggler. It was announced that Seth Rollins and Kane will be leading the Team Authority team. So they try to get Dolph Ziggler to join their team by trying to put heat on him by saying, you know, you're going to go out there at Survivor Series and bust your ass for John Cena. And he is going to take credit for all of it. You know, he's going to, you know, be the one that fans care about, although you do all the hard work. And when the team loses, you are going to take the blame. You know, they put over Ziggler as like the hardest working wrestler in WWE to really, you know, kiss up to him and, you know, push the right buttons to get him to join. And then just when you think he was going to join, because they even said that Ziggler was a victim to the glass ceiling known as John Cena. So you've been watching my videos, obviously. But even after all that, Ziggler remains defiant and tells them that I want you out of power and I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure it happens. And then Triple H is all like, okay, see, if he gets buried, I tried to help him. He made the worst decision. So it was a really, really good segment. Very effective. Got me to care about Dolph Ziggler. Got me to actually sympathize with him a little bit. And then we get an Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. And I'm like, sure, this is new. Let's go for it. They had a good match. What was confusing about it, though, is just when we got to the finish point of it, Randy Orton interferes, which I'm thinking, whoa, awesome. And I popped for that. I actually jumped out of my seat when I saw Randy Orton. I didn't think he was going to show up tonight, but he did. He interferes and RKO's Seth Rollins. And then that was it. The show cuts to commercial break. No DQ was announced. No winner was announced. It just ended. And I was left confused and feeling awkward. You know, why couldn't they just let Seth Rollins lose? Listen, Seth Rollins is so good right now that I think he can take a loss to Dolph Ziggler and be okay. It's okay for him to lose to Dolph Ziggler, especially if Randy Orton interfered and cost him that victory. Like the referee wasn't looking. He gets in the ring, RKOs him, and lets Ziggler pin him. What's wrong with that? That's fine. That's perfect. I would like to have seen that. But no, we're going to go with I'm going to assume DQ finish where Rollins wins, but he doesn't get the championship. It's kind of bad. It's kind of lame. I don't like that. I really, really don't like it. I know we have to protect Rollins, but don't protect him so much to where his opponent looks weak. Let him lose once in a while. It's okay. He won't look weak losing to Ziggler because he got RKO'd by Randy Orton. But what I do like is the promo afterwards. Man, I think this new resurgence of, you know, the RKO Vine videos and the whole RKO out of nowhere hashtag has really made Randy Orton really passionate. And you can just tell when Randy Orton gets into it. When he cares, he cares. He is on his A game. He showed some fire, some passion, some intensity during this backstage segment. He was all like, I am sick and tired of being mistreated. I'm sick and tired of Seth Rollins. I'm the best. You should treat me like the best. And if you don't, I'm going to join Team Cena. And then Triple H is all like, in a father figure kind of way, calm down. Calm down, okay? I need you to fight for the Authority. I want the real Viper back. And he tells him, you get your match with Rollins. You get your match with Rollins. But afterwards, you join our team, you put it aside, and we go to war at Survivor Series and show him who's boss. You know what? I'm fine with this. I am fine with Seth Rollins wrestling twice, especially because of this. More than I am with Sheamus wrestling twice and Rusev. I'm just like, why are they wrestling twice on the show? Why can't they just save their match until after the network? Make it feel a little bit more special. You know, so I thought the main event was good. I'll get to that in a second, though. Random match against Ryback and Titus O'Neil. Ryback won. I didn't care for Big Show versus Mark Henry. I don't care for Big Show, period. No one cares for Big Show. I'm happy Mark Henry beat him, and I hope he put him out for a long period of time, because Big Show just doesn't feel special anymore. This whole 500-pound, 7-foot-tall giant that used to be awesome back in the day, it's now worn out its welcome, because it's like anybody can pick up the Big Show. Anybody can beat the Big Show. This guy is supposed to be dominant. I remember a time where Big Show dismantled the entire SmackDown roster. Now this guy can't even beat freaking... I guarantee you he can't beat someone like a Titus O'Neil or a Hornswoggle or a Heath Slater, let alone a Rusev or a Ryback or a Dean Ambrose or a Seth Rollins or a Randy Orton or a John Cena. Man, this guy is worthless now. He can't even beat Mark Henry, so get rid of him. You know, Mark Henry's the guy. I like him better. Let him be the monster of the roster. You know. But, yeah, man. Afterwards, we got Nikki Bella versus Emma. AJ Lee on commentary. She beats Emma, and then Nikki Bella makes Brie go slap AJ. You know what? I think I'm gonna like this. I think I'm gonna like Nikki Bella being a real bitch to Brie, making her do stuff she doesn't like Brie Bella being in you know, an interview with Renee Young, and then Brie, just before she gets to say something, gets cut off by Nikki. Did I tell you you could have an interview? I can just imagine Brie Bella having you go to the bathroom. Nikki Bella, did I tell you you can take a crap? Did I tell you you can piss in this bathroom? Piss in the floor. You know, go all out with it. Go all out with this. I want them to really, really go out with Nikki Bella being a bitch to Brie. I think it would be pretty awesome. So, yeah. Just hype for AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella at Survivor Series, I guess. Then we got Rusev beating Ryder. Cool. Then we got Los Matadores beating Gold Star. Again, tag team champions. Why are they losing to Los Matadores? Really? Whatever. And then this segment really, really ticked me off. We got a segment involving Xavier Woods as a gospel singer. A gospel singer in front of a choir. I don't know if it's a gospel singer or a black preacher. Whatever it is, I don't like it. It's so stereotypical and stupid, and it's really, really freaking annoying. I don't get it, man. We go from a potential new nation of domination, Malcolm X gimmick that I was hyped for. I'm like, let's do it. I can't wait. To this. I would have taken the super athletic friends gimmick over this. This is so stupid. Why are we doing this with the black wrestlers? Why? Why? No. Come on, that's so stupid. Man, I am really ticked off. You know what? It's one vignette. I'll wait and see where it leads. But from what I'm getting, I don't think I'm going to like it. I don't think I'm going to like this at all. I don't. So stupid. Okay, now we talk about what you guys really care about. The main event. Not just the main event, but what happened after the main event. Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton. The match itself was kind of underwhelming. Not going to lie. And then Seth Rollins beats him with a backslide. Just a backslide pin. It's like, I didn't like it. I was just like, wow, is that how we're going to end this, really? Okay, so the match ends. And then we have Randy Orton, you know, of course, apologizing, shaking the hands of Triple H, Kane, you know, the Stooges, Jamie Noble, and Joey Mercury. And then when he gets to Seth Rollins, he freezes. And he's all like, he's seething. He's like, I can't stand this guy. I can't stand him. And he shakes his hand. He says, I'm sorry too. because Seth Rollins was apologizing to him, but he says, I'm sorry too. And then RKO's him. That crowd went nuts. They popped for him. He beats up Jamie Noble and all the authority figures and stuff like that. He turns face. I think this was a face turn. I'm going to assume it was a face turn. So the authority fights back. Triple H gets in the ring, and he tries to calm him down. Randy Orton knocks his ass out. But eventually, the authority gets the better of Randy Orton. They beat him down. They take him to the table, and then Seth Rollins curb stomps Randy Orton's head on the announcer's table and busts him open. He got legit cut open from that attack. It was crazy, and it looked awesome. And then you got Triple H just kind of walking around like, man, I didn't want this to happen. And I like that. I like how Triple H isn't like consistently a douchebag to everybody that's a good guy. No, this is his protege in a sense. This is the guy that he wants to be the face of the WWE. In a sense, it's his son in his own mind. You know what I'm saying? Evolution to now, and they've been doing their fights for 12 years, so he knows him more than anybody else. Anyways, you know, he's distraught, and then you have Stephanie come up to him and reasoning with him, telling him, you had to end this. You had to end it. He deserves it. He disrespected you. And the Triple H just not nonchalantly, but just, reluctantly. How about that? Just reluctantly just said, end it. And then we see Seth Rollins curb stomp Randy Orton's head on the steel steps from the announcer's table. That was sick. And guess what? That's how we end the show. What a strong-ass finish. You easily set up Orton versus Seth Rollins for when he returns. I think Randy Orton is going to have some time off to film a movie. So you got that going. But, man, this is great. I really want to see Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins when he comes back now. But seeing this really made me just rack my brain on, you heard the pop that Randy Orton got. You know how over he is with the whole RKO out of nowhere stuff. Yet, you don't want to do Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. You sure you don't want to do that, WWE? You sure you don't want to pull an audible and actually set up that match instead of Cena and Lesnar? Come on, man. It's not too late. It is not too late to change your mind, WWE. Change it. Fans want to see Lesnar versus Orton. I promise you that match will draw. You can easily do something with that match. You can go from Orton versus Rollins to Orton versus Lesnar. You can still do it. It's not too late. And I think they need to do it. They need to call an audible. They need to cancel Cena and Lesnar. The kids can cry. Who cares? They'll live. And do Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. A match that fans have yet to see in their primes. It will sell out Royal Rumble. I promise you. I promise you, Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar will sell out the Royal Rumble. I really want to see it. You got to do it, WWE. You got to do it. You got to call an audible on this one. I'm begging you. Orton versus Lesnar needs to happen here. But yeah, great ending. Really good angle to finish the show. A very lackluster show overall, but still a really good finish. And then, of course, the ending of Sheamus versus Rusev took place on the WWE Network. And it was a good match. But ultimately, Rusev ends up winning the United States Championship. And he is now what I am going to call the new WWE Russian Champion. I want a new title design. I want one next week, as a matter of fact. Have Rusev have his own belt, have him wear it, have him shove it in the face of the Americans, and have Lana just talk about how he now rules the company as the top champion since Brock Lesnar's not here. And you know what? I would buy it. I will happily call the Russian Championship / United States Championship the most important championship title in the company right now until Brock Lesnar comes back. Seriously, you have a legit competitor in Rusev, a legit heel, a legit wrestler who will make that championship feel like a championship. And I think with that comes good feuds, comes good programs, comes a legit reason to cheer for the good guys, and whoever he loses it to is gonna be over like $1 million. Imagine Rusev holding the championship until a WrestleMania, and then a Ryback comes and beats him. Set for life. Or maybe someone like a Sami Zayn. Ooh, a Sami Zayn from NXT comes up and beats him. Yeah. Or Adrian Neville. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm getting at here. So many opportunities to really help launch a new star with Rusev. And I think Rusev is doing such a great job as a heel Russian villain that I think he's going to really help the company out as a champion. So some good things happen. You know, I'm really happy with Rusev being champion, and I'm really happy with Randy Orton face turn and how they got rid of him for the time being until he comes back from shooting the Condemned 2. And yeah, man, that's some good stuff. But I don't know. It just feels like WWE is still kind of in cruise control. I don't feel like they're giving us the best product they can give us. I still don't care about Team Cena versus Team Authority. Apparently, Randy Orton is not even going to be in the match. So I don't know, man. I don't care. It's looking kind of lame. I hear the rumors that John Cena is going to have Ziggler, Big Show, and the freaking Usos. That's man, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good match. I mean, the whole idea of the Authority possibly being disbanded from the match makes it a little bit of an interesting match to watch. But again, what is Cena going to lose? He has to put up something. Just saying. So, yeah, man. I hope Cena doesn't win. I would hate for Team Cena to win, and then Cena gets the whole moniker of being the guy to end the Authority like he needs anything else. Let's not give that to Cena, please. Let's not. What do I know? But, yeah, like I said, lackluster Raw. Overall, the ending was great, and then Sheamus losing the championship to Rusev was pretty good, too. And the stuff with Ziggler and the Authority. Other than that, not much to take home. But give me your thoughts on the show, guys. How did you feel about it down below in the comment section? And I hope you guys enjoyed this live Raw review. So with that said, this is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off. Catch you guys next time. Peace.